Country music has always celebrated the voices out front, but the real magic often lived 6 feet behind the microphone. Tonight, we are tipping our hats to the quiet masters of the Telecaster and the flat top. From the tasteful brilliance of Roy Nichols to the groundbreaking genius of Clarence White, these players reshaped country music without always getting top billing. These are 10 overlooked country guitarists who outplayed the legends and still deserve their standing ovation. Number 10, Roy Nichols. Roy Nichols never chased fame, but inside the Bakersfield movement, he was absolutely essential. Nichols helped carve the razor-sharp Telecaster tone that separated West Coast country from the smoother Nashville sound. Recording extensively for Capitol Records, Nichols built a reputation among musicians as the definition of tasteful restraint. He was not the flashiest picker on stage, but his precision, timing, and tone gave Haggard's records their unmistakable edge. Fellow players often noted how Nichols could say more with 5 notes than others could with 50. There is a long-standing story that Haggard rarely approved a take unless Roy's guitar felt just right in the mix. Picture a smoky Bakersfield bar in 1967, neon flickering, while couples glide across the floor and Nichols' clean Telecaster lines cut through the room like glass. His influence still echoes every time a modern country player reaches for that sharp West Coast bite. Number 9, Red Volkaert. Red Volkaert is the kind of guitarist who makes other professionals quietly step closer to the stage. Though many fans discovered him during his later work with Merle Haggard, his roots run deep through Texas swing, honky-tonk, and jazz-infused country. By the late 1990s, Volkaert had earned a reputation as one of the most technically gifted Telecaster players alive. His work eventually brought him a Grammy for Best Country Instrumental Performance, yet outside serious guitar circles, his name still flies under the radar. What makes Volkaert special is his fearless musical vocabulary. He moves from lightning-fast Western swing runs to greasy country bends without ever sounding showy. Musicians often talk about the first time they heard him live and realized they were witnessing something rare. Imagine a packed Texas dance hall, boots thumping in rhythm, and Volkaert's guitar lines weaving through the air like sparks from a campfire. Today, countless modern pickers study his phrasing, even if the average listener never learned his name. Number 8, Pete Anderson. When Dwight Yoakam burst onto the country scene in the mid-1980s, much of that fresh energy came from Pete Anderson's guitar. Acting as both producer and lead guitarist, Anderson helped resurrect the Bakersfield spirit at a time when country radio was drifting toward polish and pop gloss. Working with Reprise Records, Anderson crafted the sharp, punchy guitar textures that powered hits like Guitars Cadillacs. His genius was not just in playing fast or loud, it was in arrangement, tone layering, and knowing exactly how to frame Yoakam's voice. Studio engineers have often mentioned how Anderson would stack subtle guitar parts that most listeners never consciously notice but always feel in the groove. Picture a late-night highway drive in 1986, the radio glowing softly while Anderson's crisp Telecaster rides the airwaves. His work helped spark the neo-traditional country revival that still influences artists today. Number 7, Don Rich. Don Rich was more than Buck Owens' sideman. He was the bright spark that helped ignite the entire Bakersfield sound. Throughout the 1960s, Rich's stinging Telecaster work became the sonic signature behind many of Owens' biggest hits. Recording heavily for Capitol Records, Rich combined melodic instinct with technical sharpness in a way that made every fill feel joyful and urgent at the same time. What many casual fans never realized was just how much Owens depended on Rich's musical instincts. When Rich tragically died in a motorcycle accident in 1974, Owens himself admitted the music never quite felt the same.
You drag me where the bright lights are filmed. There ain't.
Picture a sunlit California dance hall in 1960, the buckaroos kicking into gear while Rich's guitar rings bright and clear above the crowd. His playing remains one of the purest expressions of West Coast country ever captured on tape. Number 6, Kenny Vaughn.
I met a little girl from West Virginia, pretty as a peach, charms.
Kenny Vaughn has spent decades proving that subtlety can be just as powerful as flash. Best known for his long-running partnership with Marty Stewart, Vaughn developed a reputation among musicians as one of the most tasteful modern country guitarists alive. Working regularly within the Grand Ole Opry circle since the 1990s, Vaughn blends deep traditional roots with a refined, modern touch.
Blow the lid off the thermostat, she's hot like that, oh yeah, she's hot.
His tone is warm, articulate, and remarkably controlled. Fellow players often describe his work as effortlessly musical, which might be the highest compliment a guitarist can receive. One studio engineer once noted that Vaughn's tracks often required almost no EQ adjustments because the tone arrived perfectly balanced.
Break a chicken hanging on the wall, throw it out the window, run out and catch a boat ball, she's back.
Picture the Opry stage glowing under soft lights while Vaughn stands just behind the spotlight, carefully stitching melody between Stewart's vocals. If these players are bringing back memories, hit that like button and subscribe. We post new country countdowns every week, keeping the golden years of music alive for fans like you. Number 5, Hank Garland. Hank Garland was decades ahead of his time. As one of Nashville's elite session guitarists in the late 1950s and early 1960s, Garland played on hundreds of recordings, quietly shaping the sound of the era, working primarily on RCA sessions for artists like Patsy Cline and Elvis Presley. Garland stunned fellow musicians with his jazz-influenced runs and lightning precision. Many players of the day simply could not understand how he moved across the fretboard so fluidly. Tragically, a severe car accident in 1961 cut his career short just as his influence was expanding. Picture a dim Nashville studio near midnight, tape machines humming while Garland calmly delivers a flawless take in a single pass. Today, serious guitar historians often point to Garland as one of the most technically advanced country players of his generation. Number 4, James Burton. James Burton's name appears everywhere once you start looking closely enough. From Ricky Nelson to Elvis Presley, Burton's chicken-picking style helped rewrite the language of electric country guitar. During his RCA years with Elvis in the late 1960s and 1970s, Burton's bright Telecaster tone became instantly recognizable to musicians, even if casual listeners did not know who was playing. His approach blended country twang with rock precision in a way that felt completely new at the time. There is a famous Las Vegas story where seasoned players gathered backstage just to watch Burton warm up before Elvis shows.
Around Bristol Bay, all over St. Louis.
Imagine the bright Vegas lights reflecting off a Telecaster while Burton stands calm and focused, fingers moving with machine-like precision. His style became the blueprint for generations of country and country rock guitarists. Number 3, Luther Perkins.
Oh Lord, my God.
Luther Perkins proved that sometimes simplicity carries the most power. As Johnny Cash's original guitarist during the Sun Records years, Perkins created the instantly recognizable boom-chicka-boom rhythm that defined Cash's early sound. Recording throughout the mid-1950s, Perkins developed his minimalist approach partly because he was still relatively new to the instrument.
Then sings my soul,
But what started as limitation became signature style. His steady percussive picking left space for Cash's deep voice while driving the songs forward like a rolling train. Picture a small southern radio station in 1956. The signal
then sings my soul.
slightly fuzzy, and Perkins' rhythm guitar snapping steadily beneath Cash's voice. Though he rarely receives flashy recognition, his rhythmic approach permanently changed country accompaniment. Number 2, Jerry Reed.
Eastbound down, I'm loaded up and trucking, and we're gonna do what they.
Jerry Reed was widely known as an entertainer, but beneath the humor lived one of country music's most advanced guitar minds. His fingerstyle technique blended country, funk, and jazz into something uniquely his own. Throughout his RCA recordings in the late 1960s and 1970s,
Way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch it.
Reed's syncopated picking left even seasoned players scratching their heads. Chet Atkins himself frequently praised Reed's right-hand innovation, which is high praise in any guitar circle. Many fans came for Reed's personality, but stayed once they realized how complex his playing truly was. Picture a late-night television performance.
He's got them heels on, he's hot on your trail, and he ain't gonna rest.
Reed smiling easily while his fingers quietly perform gymnastics most viewers never fully notice. His influence continues to ripple through modern fingerstyle and country guitar communities. Number 1, Clarence White.
And I'll get a pole, we'll go on down to the crawdad hole, honey.
At the very top stands Clarence White, a quiet revolutionary whose influence reshaped country and country rock guitar forever. Before his time with the Byrds, White had already built a reputation in bluegrass circles for his lightning flat picking. But his true innovation came in the late 1960s.
Little baby to do, baby. All I would want, my little baby.
When he co-developed the B-Bender Telecaster while recording for Columbia Records. This mechanical device allowed guitarists to mimic the soaring bends of a pedal steel, opening entirely new sonic territory. At the time, many listeners did not even realize what they were hearing. They just knew it sounded magical.
Till the Dominicker hen, honey. Well, the little banty rooster told the
Picture a dusty California studio in 1968, the tape rolling while White pulls the B-bender and the guitar suddenly sings like it grew wings. His innovations permanently changed the vocabulary of country guitar. If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it. 10 overlooked country guitarists who quietly shaped the soundtrack of America, one note at a time. From Bakersfield trailblazers to Nashville innovators, these players prove that the deepest impact often comes from just outside the spotlight. Thank you for spending part of your day with us and keeping these golden sounds alive. Be sure to join us next time. 10 joke country songs that became global hits when we uncover another chapter of country music history. Until then, keep the strings ringing and the memories close.